and thank you for that. I have several beliefs. I believe everybody needs a good coach in their life. I believe a good coach can change your life, and I believe the agents who have a coach earn 3 and 4 times the amount of money than those that don't. And so I'm honored to have worked with SmartZip over the last several years and to be Terry Gilliam's personal coach. So what I'm talking about today will change the game for you. It will change everything for you, because I went out into the world 11 years ago and began to coach some of the top real estate teams in the country, some of the top home builders in the country. And I quickly realized that the agents get a lot of training, but the brokers also need training. And because I was a championship women's basketball coach over a decade, I think in terms of systems and structures and processes. So I began to say the brokers need a plan really to do 3 things. How do they recruit and attract better talent? And I'll get into that. How do they coach and develop that talent? And how do they retain and insulate that talent? Most people, when it comes to the real estate game, the broker is a position that doesn't get that coaching. See, I see the broker as a coach. And a good coach can change a person's life. And a good coach finds and fills missing structures. And a good coach instills knowledge, skill, desire, confidence into people. So in today's session, I'm going to show you how to be a great coach. This is going to play into the recruiting play that SmartZip can help you with. Obviously, I'm going to show you exactly how to go out into the marketplace and generate leads in business. SmartZip is going to help you with that as well. To tell you who's most likely to list their houses, what's your leads, what's your lead generation. So let's start from the beginning with this concept of how to produce a monster producing brokerage, real estate company. The purpose of any business is to create a customer. Peter Drucker said that. I want you to think about that one concept. The purpose of any business is to create a customer. Well, the purpose of the broker is threefold: recruit and attract talent, coach and develop talent, retain and insulate that talent. That's the purpose. Here's the deal. These are verbs. The word recruit equals persuade someone to do or assist in doing something. Recruiting is an action. I'm going out into the marketplace. I have a profile of the ideal person I'm looking for. I am coming across those people. I am actively having conversations with those people. I am then trying to schedule a meeting with those people, and at that moment, I'm trying to attract those people, calls to come to a place or participate in a venture by offering something of interest, favorable conditions, opportunities. So, as a broker, I want you constantly thinking, talent's out there. 7.5 billion people on planet Earth. Some of the best talent in the world is working at a restaurant, is doing this, is a school teacher that doesn't want to teach. Like I want you thinking, all the talent I need in my brokerage is out there. Okay? Two people on my team, former teachers. Actually, 3 people, former teachers on my team that are now in the coaching business. So as a broker, I want you thinking, how much am I actively out there recruiting? Persuading someone to do something, assist in something, join a team. Then how attractive is it to come work at our company? I've walked in real estate offices before, and I knew within 5 seconds the energy was not good, the mojo was not good, there's nothing for me to get excited about. I wanted to walk out. The appearance didn't make me want to stay. The front desk person didn't make me want to stay. The energy didn't make me want to stay. So I always like to ask this question to brokers. How attractive is it to come work at your company? Now, when you think about this, I want you to think of things that you need to torch, rid yourself of, restructure, recalibrate. And one of my good friends in Dallas, Texas, went through this exercise where he literally torched his whole business. Took him 18 years to get to 18 million, took him 18 months to get to 100 million. And he said, there are physical things you need to torch in your brokerage. These are things that don't work, they don't look good, they bring down the value of a place. Like, you need to torch it, you need to get rid of it. There are also mental things you need to torch. Like, we'll never be as big as that company. I'll never be a great recruiter. I'll never be able to build a powerhouse. That's a mental thing you need to torch. Then there's an emotional thing you need to torch. Okay, there's certain things that you need to get rid of emotionally. Maybe emotional cancer that's in the organization, or toxic people, or a person that's not meeting your expectations, but they're eating up your bandwidth. Then there are intangible things you need to torch. Old concepts that don't work anymore. Now, the final piece is environmental things that you need to torch. So when you're thinking about your brokerage, I want you to think like this. My job is to recruit and attract, coach and develop, retain and insulate. That's my job as the broker. How attractive is it to come work with you? 25 years old, I was a high school basketball coach. I wasn't winning championships. I got beat one night. I went home and I sat on the back patio and I had a conversation with my roommate, who was the men's coach. And I said to him, would you be excited about playing for you? Because I wouldn't be excited about playing for me. That night I made a decision to change, to become a coach other people love playing for. If I owned a real estate company, be a coach people love playing for. So the first step when it comes to recruiting and attracting is to ask yourself this. How many recruiting meetings are you having every week? For every 30 people you talk to, 4.8 of those people will be interested. There'll be another percentage of people that need to hear it 10 times. Another percentage of people need to hear it 3 to 7 times. Another percentage of people that need to hear it 7 to 15 times. Only 16% of people will be open immediately to what you have to say. Most brokers are not spending enough time and energy recruiting. Then they have not gone to work to make it an attractive place. People want to be part of dynamic, energetic, exciting cultures with great leaders that are going somewhere. That's what people are interested in. They don't want to join the living with the dead. They don't want to join something that's going nowhere. So point one, as it relates to recruiting and attracting, do you have a strategy? Are you executing that strategy? How many people do you talk to every week? How many conversations are you having? Most brokers ain't even close. For every 30 people I talk to, 4.8 are open and interested. Okay? Now, second piece of this. To attract a lot of people to you, you have to get total clarity about what you believe. We believe people do business with other people that believe the same things they do. Okay, so I want you thinking. If I was recruiting as a broker, I would be going through this cycle. When I sit down with a person, I would look right in their eyeballs. And I'd say, at our company, here's what we believe. Number 2, here's why we believe it. Number 3, here's what it is we do. Here's how we do it different than everybody else. Here's the success we're having with the agents that are using our system. If we could do this for you like we've done for them, what would stop us from moving forward with each other? Okay, now that is a powerful recruiting pitch. That will get a person's attention. Hey, here's what we believe. Here's why we believe it. Here's what we do. Here's how we do it different. Here's everybody we're doing it for. See, what you're really selling me is on a future. And I would say when you join our firm, here's everything we're going to give you. We're going to give you this, 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 because we want you to be successful. We're not selling it to you. We're giving it to you. Recruit and attract. To recruit and attract, you got to know what you believe. And I really believe when it comes to marketing, you have to have a message that repels some people if you want to attract the right people. So if I were a broker I would say, here's the single problem we're going to solve for you. There's nobody else in the world better at solving that problem than us. Now, let's go back to the numbers I mentioned earlier. Understanding the law of diffusion and innovation. If you were seeing a bell curve, what you would see is 2.5% of people are called innovators. That means they see something, they like it, they take action on it. Typically the first time they see it. Do you know why a person would take action with you the first time they see you? Because you're just that good. You really have something very valuable to say. And they're like, I'm in. 13.5% of the population are called early adopters. Early adopters are people who need to see it 1 to 3 times. They see it, they like it, they watch how you follow up. You follow up with them in a way and you go, okay, to bring them to a decision, create a little tension. They're like, I'm in, 1 to 3 times. Early majority represents 34% of the people. And those people need to see it 3 to 7 times. Late majority needs to see it 7 to 15 times. And then there's something called laggards that are never going to see it. Okay, that's 16%. Now, the reason I show this is because if I recruit people into my real estate brokerage and they don't believe the same things I do, I'm going to get very little buy-in. I'm going to get very little buy-in, very little commitment. Okay, so as a broker, I want you to think of this. I got to recruit and attract better talent. I got to get clear about my beliefs. I got to attract people to me that believe the same things I do. Like I believe in coming in early, staying late. I believe in 2 hours of prospecting every day and nothing but new money. I believe in 7 to 15 touches in the follow-up. I believe in service after the sale. I believe 67% of people use the very first real estate agent that contacts them, which is why SmartZip is so valuable to you. I believe the average person is going to buy between 4 to 7 homes in their lifetime. I believe it takes 7 to 15 touches to convert a prospect to a buyer. I believe less than 9% of people will remember their real estate agent's name after the transaction is over, although every transaction should be worth 5.7 referrals. So I have a set of beliefs that I'm sharing with people, and when we have conflict with each other is because I've brought in people to my brokerage that don't believe the same things I do. Like, think about recruiting and attracting to your system. And I'm going to give you the system. All you got to do is come in with some knowledge, some skills, some desire, some confidence. Boom, boom, boom. It's in. Now, what happens if I recruit you to my team, but you don't believe the same things I do? Here's the levels of commitment on a commitment continuum. Number 1, I could rebel or quit. The lowest level of commitment between 2 people is I rebel or I quit. Now, I could have quit on you, but still show up. Like I quit emotionally. Okay? My heart's not in it. My mind's not in it. Like I'm here, but I'm not here. The second level is called malicious obedience. It's where I don't want you to be successful. I'm telling other agents not to come to our firm. I'm saying one thing to your face and another thing behind your back. And here's a statement. If you want to retain those that are present, be loyal to those that are absent. The basic level of commitment, which is what I see in a lot of real estate firms, is what's called willing compliance. And willing compliance is where I show up, I come to the meetings, do the deal, but I'm not really committed. I'm dabbling. Lots of people in real estate dabble, they don't decide. When we believe the same things, and I recruit you, and you believe in prospecting 2 hours a day, you believe in 7 touches in the follow-up, you believe in service after the sale, you believe in engagement after you put a person in a house. Now, you and I have what's called heartfelt commitment. This is when you and I are totally in alignment with each other, and we are getting this huge commitment to each other because we have this heartfelt commitment. This is called a commitment continuum. Now, you're saying, why is this important? Everything I'm telling you as a broker, we're recruiting and attracting. We're torching things that are not attractive to make us more attractive. We have a clear recruiting pitch. That's our EOS, explanation of service. We understand the volume and numbers, and we understand when we don't have commitment from our agents. So what happens is we're going through the motions. I would also tell you this. If you got 30 agents in your office, 4.8 of those agents are going to produce at a high level. Then there's going to be 10 that produce, some. Then there's going to be 10 that occasionally produce. Then there's going to be 5 or 6 that never produce. Now, where do you think most people spend their time and energy? They spend them on the bad players versus the good players. Now, a good broker, once you got me on the team, I'm the right person. You've recruited me. You've attracted me. Now I'm here. Now I'm trying to build culture. Now I'm trying to build expectation. Okay? A good broker is going to help the agent understand this. There is a difference between a high value of an agent's time and a low value of an agent's time. High value activity is money generating activity. I believe in a minimum of 2 hours of prospecting every day. Now here's the deal. When you're prospecting, you can't deal with anything that occurred in the past. So if you closed the deal last week, if there's an accounting issue, if there's a problem, if there's a scheduling issue, during your 2 hours of prospecting, you should be doing nothing but generating new money. So here's the people you could be calling on. You could be calling on current clients to build deep rapport, ask for referrals, push to something in the future, some event, something to keep them. You could be calling past clients. You could be calling strategic partners, and I count every partner that I have as a partner. My insurance agent is a partner. My mortgage originator is a partner. My real estate agent is a partner. My doctor is a partner. My dry cleaning company is a partner. I could be calling on my partners. The fourth thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calling my direct leads. And in Smart Zip system, they're showing you who's most likely to go on the market. Okay? You're calling those people, you're building rapport, you're doing discovery, you're sharing your explanation of service. You're building rapport, doing discovery, sharing your explanation of service. So the highest value time of an agent, 2 hours prospecting. Okay? That's what they should be doing minimum a day. You need to give them a system, a selling system, a prospecting system. Help them get clear on their explanation of service. Help them work a selling system. Help them with a follow-up. Help them extract referrals. Help them become people of interest. So if you're on my team, I'm coaching you through these structures. I'm the broker. I'm the coach. And I'm coaching you in how to elevate your game. What if I was able to say, look at the last 10 people that work for me. Look at how much better I made them. Look at how much money they're earning. Look at the status of their life and how it's improving. Now, having said that, the highest value of your time as the broker is spending time daily recruiting, coaching and developing, building retention, building a culture. Now, most agents do not have a selling system. They don't have an active way to go out and generate customers, okay? So what we do is we give them that system. And we say, look, money changes hands when problems are solved. The bigger the problem, the more money people pay to solve that problem. So we sit down with each agent and we help them develop 4 primary strategies and 2 secondary strategies. We need 4 strategies to get that phone to ring. We need 2 secondary strategies. And we need to be working those strategies every day. When are we working those strategies? In the 2 hours that we've devoted to prospecting. Now, most agents don't have 4 strategies. They don't have 2 strategies. What's your job as the broker? Help them get very clear and help them figure out which strategies can do this. Now, I did this morning with a real estate company. I said, we have to help every agent in this room find their voice. And that voice is at the intersection of what gives them energy, that's passion, what they're naturally talented at, where there's a need in the world that they can solve, and they're listening to their conscience. Now, at the intersection of those 4 questions, an agent figures out, I can be world-class at negotiating. I can be world-class at regulating emotions. I can be world-class at building deep networks. I can be world-class at marketing. But I'm not just selling a house, I'm selling a set of beliefs. So we spent the whole session helping the agent get very clear on, what are you selling? What do you have? What makes you unique and differentiated? How are you articulating that? How are you creating separation between you and the thousands of other agents in your market? Most agents have never gone through that exercise. Most people would look at that and go, how's this going to help me sell more? People do business with other people that believe the same things they do. What I'm really selling is a set of convictions. It's a set of beliefs. It's a set of processes. Where do all those come from? My past. So we got clear with the agents, like, this is your unique skill set. This is what you're selling, okay? My real estate agent is world-class at taking complicated concepts and making them simple, regulating emotion, being creative and putting deals together. These are valuable for me. Money changes hands when problems are solved. The bigger the problem, the more money people pay to solve it. Now, my job as the broker, feed the sheep. They're the geese laying the golden eggs. So my job is to help them produce more golden eggs. And the way I do that is by giving them a system. So let me show you what my system is. Number 1, how do you explain your services? Agents need to go through this. It's called the explanation of service. Number 2, how do you generate leads? And do you have enough leads? Number 3, how do you follow up before, during, and after the sale? Number 5, how do you overcome objection, which is opposition of thought? Number 6, how do you extract 5.7 referrals from every transaction? Number 7, how do you become a person of interest? That's attracting large amounts of opportunity to you. Now, I guarantee you, as you look at your business, you can start to say, my agents are struggling with these missing structures. They don't have a good EOS, they don't have a selling system, they don't have a follow-up, they don't know how to extract referrals, they don't know how to overcome objection, and they don't know how to become people of interest. Once we solve these problems, guess what's going to happen? Here's a prediction I have. Every agent you have will increase 5 to 15 more deals per year. Imagine the opportunity when they produce at that level. They just don't have the right information. What is my job as the broker? Recruit and attract. Got you on the team. Coach and develop that talent. You know what I mean? To a system. Okay, hold you accountable. Get you prospecting 2 hours a day. Get your follow-up where it needs to be. Get you asking for referrals. So this concept of coaching is not one time. It's like you don't go to something and learn one thing. It is engaging a person in a set of systematic behaviors that allows them to do something tomorrow they can't do today. Here's a system of action I teach all of our agents. Number 1, we start every week with a hit list. That's new money. That new money can come from strategic partners, current clients, past clients, direct leads. We start every week with the farm club. Farm club are people who have indicated interest, but they have not committed. Statistics tell me 7 to 15 touches, 80% of the time. We then have the new customer. 98% of real estate agents never call a customer back once they put them in a home, although every transaction should be worth 5.7 referrals. The average person is going to buy 4 to 7 homes. Follow-up plan is this. Call them the day of and congratulate them. Call them 2 days after and check in on them. Call them 2 weeks after and spend time with them. Call them 2 months after, and then create customer appreciation events to bring people back to you. Okay? So I got a hit list, I got a farm club, I got new customers. Every day with our current customers and interview for our next customer. Then I've got what's called a top 25. My top 25 are 25 deep and meaningful relationships that I nourish and I spend time with. And I typically call 3 a day. These are my biggest feeder systems. And as I'm just teaching this to you, I'm telling you, we could do so much better of optimizing every customer relationship, specifically our top 25 relationships. Like, we could do so much better than what we're currently doing. All right, I got 2 more. The showcase. The showcase is an event you're hosting to bring people to you. Okay, could be education, could be entertainment, could be edutainment. I'm planning these all the time. Upcoming events, come to this, be involved in this, do something for couples, do something for kids, do something for singles, do something for, like constantly have something to push people to in the future. And the final strategy is called the connector. This is where I'm connecting with other people, opening doors to get people up and going. Now, the reason I would show agents this is because I got to coach and develop those agents. I got to give them a plan because they don't have a plan. What's the job of a broker? Recruit and attract, coach and develop, retain. Now, notice we didn't get into database, social media, person of interest strategy, strategic partnership, all strategies you should be teaching. Now, let's finish with this concept. I'm a broker. I've got good talent. I work in a lot of industries. Right now, the automotive industry has a turnover, like 90% turnover rate. They think teaching sales strategies is a solution. It's not. Real estate. Average real estate agent quits within 2 years. 83% of agents quit within 2 years. They're not retained. The way you retain a person as a broker is you understand this one concept I'm about to share with you. Every person that you're working with has 4 parts to their nature. A body, that's physical, that's skill. A mind, knowledge. A heart, passion, compassion. A spirit, confidence. When you're trying to retain people to produce this monster producing agency, you got to feed all 4 parts of a person's nature. For the body, teach me new skills. For the mind, constantly use me creatively, engage me. For the heart, care about me as a person. For the spirit, sell me on vision, future, legacy. When you are feeding all 4 parts of your nature, you have a dynamic agency. Now, I see agencies that they have meetings, but nobody comes. They're not getting fed. You got to sell people on where there is no usage of a product or service, there can be no transformation, and where there's no transformation, there is nothing to talk about. The best recruiters for you can be your current agents. Your current agents who are being fed skill, knowledge, desire, confidence, culture, expectation, growth. When you begin to do these things, your people are going to be on fire. They're going to love you. They're going to love working at your brokerage because you are feeding all 4 parts of their nature. Now, let's close out with this. Your real job as a broker, recruit and attract, coach and develop, retain and insulate. If you help a person become a person of interest, grow their business by 40% every year, dominate the market, they're never going to leave you. And if they do, you didn't want them to begin with. Right? Like you're only looking for people looking for you. Get stronger in your messaging, get stronger in what you believe, and get stronger in sharing with the market why people should be attracted to what it is you're doing. But here's the deal. You build a dynamic agency, You torch all the things that's got to go. You become so attractive. You become a person of interest. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to have people just coming into you and coming into you and coming into you. You're going to have so many people wanting to work with you. You get to pick and choose who that is. That's a monster broker producing a monster producing agency. Now, SmartZip plays into this in a number of ways. It was really them that when I went to coach them in California, I began to hear these stats. X number of people use the very first person that contacts them. What if you had a crystal ball that you knew which houses were most likely to go in the subdivision? What if you had a recruiting plan? Like these are solutions to real problems. So I want to thank SmartZip for having me here today. Thank you for sponsoring me at the other events like Inman and some of the biggest real estate events in the country. And if you're interested in hearing more about me or coaching you as a broker, we've got an incredible program called Managers to Coaches. Just email me at coach@coachburt.com, and we'd be happy to help you perform at a much higher frequency, because all we do every day are coach some of the top agents in the country, some of the top mortgage originators in the country, some of the top producers in the country. I'm Coach Micheal Burt. Go to coachburt.com, and thank you today for letting me be your coach. I finished with this story. Many years ago, I began coaching a local real estate team during the recession. One particular person sat through my trainings, never commented, never took a note, never engaged with anything. He just watched. He was hungry. Many times I would walk out of that session and I would go, he didn't get one thing. He didn't understand one thing. He was doing 45 deals a year, every year, for a 10-year cycle. In the first quarter of this year, he's already done 60 deals. That is on pace to do 240 deals in a one-year cycle. Why? Because he was taking the coaching in. He was learning the concept. And I've been his coach for the last 6 or 7 years. He is now a person of interest, and he got it every day. So if you're out there watching this and you're at a ceiling, I can help you break through that ceiling. I can find and fill your missing structures and help you perform at a much higher frequency. Thank you guys for having me today.